what we're going to be doing today is a comparison, like I said, about the V40 ThinQ and the LG Stylo 4. This is the most requested thing that you guys all wanted, and so let's get straight into it. So I'm going to take a photo. Okay, and now let's do it with the LG V40. And honestly, I don't even think there's a comparison. Like, you could literally see how good the photos are. So let's go to the...
Pull those up.
Yeah, let's put them up, and you guys can see both of them.
I mean, it's very clear that the V40 has better image quality.
Like, I can keep on zooming. You guys see how clear that is? And this one's already, you can see some kind of like, it's kind of grainy. So you see, I just zoomed in, and already you can see it being pixelated a little bit and grainy. While this one, you can actually see, you can see the grips on there. You see that? Those little bumps?
Yeah. It's more clear. On here, it just looks like the gray bumps are pixelated. So
okay,
it's very crisp.
Okay, guys, so let's go ahead and now test the speakers, some audio. Okay, I'm gonna make it closer to the mic so you guys can hear it. So the speakers, again, they're at the bottom. So alright, so now, and as you guys already know, the speakers on the LG Stylo 4 are really low compared to other phones. So you guys heard that. Now let's go ahead and... Is that the loudest? Yeah.
I want to see it's a little bit clearer.
Yeah, and much louder. So let's look at some 4K video. All right, let's put them next to each other. Now, what do you guys think? Can you guys tell which one is the LG Stylo 4 and which one is the LG V40? The bottom one, the Stylo on top. Exactly. So let's see if we can zoom in. You see how now it's full screen? Let me try to zoom in on this one as well. I'll be honest, do you see any like drastic difference?
You know, you could get away with it. Like,
it's still pretty cool for $149.
Right, yeah. The Stylo still has a really good display.
Now let's actually see what kind of features or setting, because when you click on the quality of the resolution, let's see what it brings you up. So right here you have the quality at 1080p, and right here on the Stylo 4, you also have it on 1080p. So yeah, let's do some speed tests actually on, go to the web browser and go to JGTechBlog.com.
See that?
Okay, 1, 2, 3. Interesting.
Huh.
Wow, you guys see that? Huh. It was faster on the Stylo 4. Let's go actually turn on Tempo Run. 1, 2, 3. You guys see how fast that came up?
Okay, yeah.
Wow.
That came up much faster.
That is a huge difference. Let's actually talk about a little bit about the storage. So you have 32 gigs of internal storage on the LG Stylo 4, and you have 2 gigabytes of RAM. What is on the V40?
We have 64 gigabytes of storage and 6 gigabytes of RAM.
Wow.
So
that kills the Stylo 4.
Yeah, and you also have the option for expandable storage up to 2 terabytes.
I don't know who's gonna use 2 terabytes. Yeah. That's insane.
The SD card slot.
And then the processor for sure is the biggest difference, I think. This has a 1.8 octa-core processor, and if I'm not mistaken, it's a Snapdragon 435, but yours is Snapdragon 845. Yep. Yeah, so you know, it's untouchable in that perspective. But as you guys can see, when we went online, the LG Stylo 4 actually did a good job. And if I'm not mistaken, the clarity of the display when we were watching the videos was as good as also. It wasn't that bad.
No, it was really good.
And so if you really take, you know, my opinion, I honestly, if I go out, I would not buy this. I would definitely still go with the LG Stylo 4. I would rather save that money and get something a little bit more useful. If I was like somebody that was crazy over cameras, I would spend the other, you know, the other money that I saved on a better camera instead of getting this $1,000 phone. That's just my opinion and perspective, the way I see it. Because you get to call on both phones. You're getting like we didn't see any lags. Yes, it was a slight difference when we were playing Temple Run. It did. I did see that it did turn on much faster. But again, it should be like that. You're having like a much faster processor. You have 6 gigabytes of RAM compared to the 2 gigs of RAM. So what do you think?
Yeah, no, I think you made a good point that if you wanted to get a better camera, you could also use the difference in the money you would save by getting the Stylo and maybe get a dedicated, Canon or Nikon or whatever, if you're really into photography. But one of the benefits is it's all in one device. So you have all your cameras and your phone, right?
Yeah,
so
that's true.
There is that aspect.
So exactly. So one thing that I see what you're saying is having the camera, the nice camera, those nice speakers, the nice display, the phone, all in one piece. But I feel like there are other devices out there that can do about the same, and for a less price, right? So they have the Poco phone that came out with I think the same processor if I'm not mistaken, but at a much cheaper price. Thank you guys for watching, JG Nation. It's been great. Take care and see you guys in the Discord.